Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie and thank you so much for joining me today. I am filming this at 9 o'clock at night. I was about to say 11, imagine. No, I'm filming at 9 o'clock at night and I'm using both my lamp and my room light for this video, which is why there's a little bit of a scene change. But anyway, I thought it would be really fun to show you my kind of everyday look that I've been reaching for with all of the Project Pan items that I have been using in the two projects that I am involving myself in. One is All Things Summer, and the other one is Harry Potter and the Order of the Panners. So without further ado, let's get into this. I thought it would be really cool to do a get ready with me kind of a video, especially using Project Pan items, because I've been in a little bit of a makeup funk. Right now I'm using the e.l.f. BB cream, which is in my All Things Summer Project Pan. Yeah, but I've been in a little bit of a funk with makeup recently. I haven't really been wearing it. I mean, it is the summer, so I really didn't expect myself to. I guess feel weird about it because I am doing Project Pans and I want to do well, but I just realized that I use and wear a lot more makeup when I am in school. So I guess learning about myself while doing project panning is always a good thing, I guess. But yeah, I think I am going to do okay with these pans, but who knows, who knows. I am working my way through this e.l.f. BB cream. Like, I feel like I can finish this by September, which is really cool. So yeah, I think that BB cream is done. And now I'm going to be using my CoverGirl concealer, which is in my Harry Potter project because of the silver packaging. So I'm just putting it underneath my eyes and in all of my blemishy areas. Put it over here, just for good measure. I have been really loving the Real Technique sponge. I'm probably gonna buy it again when this one is past its prime, but I was in the e.l.f. store yesterday and I saw that they had sponges, which actually really intrigued me. I also really enjoy that my mall has an e.l.f. store, although sometimes when I walk into e.l.f. and I want a certain product, I get really mad that it's not there. Like yesterday, I walked in there and I wanted to get a translucent powder, or like one of their like tone correcting ones with the like the blue and the green. Ooh, there it goes. Like the blue, green, and yellow kind of a powder that they have that's like kind of translucent. I went in there for that and they didn't have it. So sometimes it just frustrates me that my e.l.f. store doesn't carry things that I want. But I mean, could you blame me? I'm using the Coty Airspun powder right now. I've been enjoying using this on the sponge to just place it wherever, place the powder rather, wherever I put concealer, to make sure that it doesn't crease and to make sure that the concealer doesn't move anywhere throughout the day. I don't know. I'm just extra cautious when it comes to makeup. So this goes, and then I leave it there for a little bit while I prime my eyes. So I'm going to do that with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. This is in my All Things Summer Project Pan, I believe. Yes, it is. And I am almost done with this. And it's really strange because I feel like I really am so close to being done with this primer, but it's just it's hanging on by its last legs, which is what it's doing, which I'm not mad about because I really do enjoy this primer. But for the success of my pan, I just want it gone. I have like that much left as a spoiler for my pan. But I do think I had that much last month, or maybe a little less. So yeah, I am going to be going into my Morphe and Kathleen Lights eyeshadow palette. I have been using this shade a lot, which you can totally see because I have hit pan on it, to set my eyeshadow primer, which is exactly what I'm going to be doing right now. I've been killing it with using up eyeshadow. Well, certain colors, you know how certain shades are more difficult to use than others. But the ones that are easier to use up, I've been using up, and I've been really excited about it. I have re-fallen in love with this eyeshadow palette. I don't know. I just really enjoy it. I'm talking everyone's ear off in this video. I just realized that. Okay. Okay. Set my eyeshadow primer. Now I'm going in with this Wet n Wild Coverall powder. This is in the shade Fair Light. And believe it or not, this is too dark for me when I'm at my palest. And also, believe it or not, I have a little bit of a tan. Thank you, motorcycles at 9 o'clock at night. Yeah, believe it or not, I do have a tan. And this powder really only matches me when I'm a little bit tan, because it casts some kind of color when I put it on my skin when I'm lighter, and it just does not look right at all. So I'm trying to use it up in the summer when I can, or when I am a little bit darker, because it just matches me during this time of year. Okay. Face is set. Now we're going back into eyeshadow. I'll scoot up a little bit closer to the camera, maybe so that you can see a little bit better. Okay. I'm going in with the shadow right here on a little crease brush. I'm going to be putting that in my crease as a transition shade. So, talking about this palette again, I have been really enjoying it. And for those that follow my Project Pan, I included the semi-sweet chocolate bar as a companion palette for my Pan That palette. However, I've been thinking about doing a 1 month, one palette kind of a thing on my channel for the rest of the year, because I do definitely want to pan that eyeshadow palette next year. And although I would really love to start focusing on that palette this year and, you know, start hitting pan, because it is easier to hit pan in a shadow than to completely use it up. And I learned that even with easier shadows, with the Urban Decay Naked Basics 2 palette. But I do still want to have fun with all of the eyeshadows that I have in my collection. And I want to make sure that I am not neglecting anything, because I kind of feel like I'm neglecting shadows in my collection, even with how small it is. So I just want to make sure that I'm using everything in my collection and that I'm not neglecting anything. I'm using this shade, which is right in the middle, on a little fluffy brush from e.l.f. And then I also like to dip into the shade a teeny bit just to deepen it up a little bit. I don't know, I like the look that it gives in my crease as well as the outer corner. And then what I like to do is going in with this bronze shade, which is in my Harry Potter Project Pan. I don't know, the camera isn't picking up how gorgeous this shade is. I have been using this quite a bit, but it doesn't have like as big as a dip that I thought it would have, but you know what, that's okay. Going back into the crease brush and that middle shade on the bottom row that we were using before, just going in, blending it out. And then I'm going in with that cream shade that I use to set my primer, and then I'm putting it right underneath my brow bone. So I have decided that I'm going to do this eye on camera for you all, and then this one quickly off camera so that I'm not sitting here and babbling and talking everyone's ear off. So another product that is in my Harry Potter project is this Stila Smudge Stick Eyeliner in Cobalt. Yes, in Cobalt. I have been loving this, putting this on as a liner with this bronze eye. So yeah, I put it on. I don't know if you're going to be able to see how bright that is, but this eyeliner is super bright. Like, I'm going to swatch it for you all. Like, it's so bright. This lighting isn't showing how bright it is, but if you look in my introduction for my Harry Potter project pan, you can totally tell how bright this shade is. And since the eyelid is kind of a little bit more dark and not as bright as the blue eyeliner, I go into the Poster Child 8-pan eyeshadow palette from Wet n Wild, and I take a little brush from Real Techniques. It's like, I don't know, it's like one of their little concealer brushes, and I go into the dark, dark, dark blue, which is called the Definer shade, and I load it up on the brush, and then I go in and I place it right on top of the eyeliner, and it kind of deepens it up a little bit, makes it not as bright, makes it more of like a navy blue color, which I have been really, really loving. So yes. Okay, so that is basically the eye that I have been doing, and then I just take a random brush and flick away all the excess eyeshadow, and then I go in with mascara, and I just recently picked up the Lash Extending Mascara from e.l.f. yesterday. I remember I used this, I don't remember how long ago. I meant to pick up another mascara from e.l.f. and then I thought I picked up the right one, but I picked up this one instead. We've all been there, I guess, right? But anyway, I'm going to completely do the other eye, put on this mascara, and then I'll come right back to you. So I did my other eye, my brows, and my bronzer off camera because I thought it wasn't really entertaining for me to film my brows and my bronzer since I do it basically in every single video, but I will tell you what I used. For my brows, I used my Dip Brow Pomade by Anastasia in Soft Brown, and then I used 2 shades in my Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette. On top of it, I used Put In towards the tail of my brow and Truffled in the front of my brow. And then for bronzer, I used my Hoola bronzer, which has no pan yet, but that's okay because I'm still going to use it until I see some progress in there. So now what I'm going to be doing is taking my Becca and Jaclyn Hill face palette, going into the blush shade Pamplemousse, which is in my All Things Summer Project pan. I've been slacking on using this as an eyeshadow. I have been using it as a blush, but as a blush you don't really see all that much progress in it, and I found that I can use it as a really gorgeous pink eyeshadow. It comes out really, really, really hot pink, and it gets me really excited every single time I wear it as an eyeshadow. And if I do show you the pan, you can see, you know, you can see a dip in there. You can only see that dip in there because I've been using it as an eyeshadow. And I haven't really been using it as an eyeshadow because I have been pulling out this bronze eye with the blue eyeliner, and then sometimes I put a green on my lower lash line, which was in my last Pan That Palette update, I believe. I had that look on, so I haven't really been reaching for it as a eyeshadow, but I used it the other day as an eyeshadow, and I re-fell in love with using it as an eyeshadow because it just puts in a little pop of color that, I don't know, it gets me really, really excited every single time I use it. I'm going back into the Becca and Jaclyn Hill face palette, going into the shade Prosecco Pop, which is the highlighter, and I'm going to be using my Real Techniques setting brush I like putting it on top of Mary Luminizer, which is what I'm doing right now. And I also like using Mary Luminizer as a highlight topper because I feel like this highlight on its own is just a little bit too dark for me. And I find that Mary Luminizer is the perfect highlighter for me. Like light enough highlighter that kind of matches with everything and lightens up any highlighter that I feel like is a little too dark for me. So that's exactly what I did. I used Mary Luminizer first, and then I used Prosecco Pop. For my inner corner highlight, however, I like to pull out my Alchemist holographic palette from Kat Von D, and I like using the sapphire blue shade in my inner corner to make the blue eyeliner pop a little bit, because sometimes when you put mascara on, the little pop of blue that I have as a liner doesn't go away necessarily, but with the blue in the inner corner, it kind of makes it pop just a little bit more than what it did originally. And now I'm going to be taking the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lip in Daddy, and I'm going to be applying that onto my lips. I never seem to know how to apply the Velour Liquid lipsticks. Every time I put one on, I put it on completely different than the last time I did. And so everyone, this is the finished look using a bunch of my Project Pan items. I really hope you enjoyed this video because I thought it was really cool to show you the kind of look that I have been creating with all the products that I have been putting in my projects. Say that 5 times fast. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel because I am updating my Harry Potter Project Pan, my Pan That palette, and my All Things Summer Project Pan within this week and next week. I'm going to be filming 2 more videos after this one today, so hopefully stick around so you can see all the progress in all of the products that I have been doing. Please make sure you like and comment this video so I know you like videos like this, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye, guys.